What's up, neighbors? We're here at Emerson School, and along the south-facing wall we have one of the edible schoolyard and cooking and gardening programs for Berkeley schools. And we have a lot of pollinators, we have some fruit trees, we have a lot of wildflowers, and yeah, I just wanted to stop and look at the monarchs. They're a treasure, biodiversity treasure, and it shows you how fragile the environment is, and also how abundant and resilient it sounds like. It sounds that contradicting, but it's not. We have definitely seen a decline in the monarch butterfly population, but it's not that the monarchs are declining, it's that their habitat is being lost. And here we have Asclepias tuberosa, the milkweed, one of the California milkweeds. And we started with a few plants, and then they self-sow. The seeds fly around and then they land, and they're scattered all over this place, and they're growing out of the cracks of the sidewalks. But that's all it takes to get something going and providing a little food. I have 2 milkweed plants in my yard, and the first 2 years I didn't see any butterflies, but this year I've seen them come around and visit the plants, and they left some caterpillars, and those caterpillars are eating some of it. But doesn't take that much space to give them a little habitat, and they're really cute. It's good to see them interact here. It's really nice when the children are around, because then you can show them how they behave and what they eat. And it's you have to be willing to compromise a little bit of aesthetic value. See, look over here, and hey, what is that plant? It's not like this amazing, gorgeous looking thing. But you zoom in a little bit, you get closer, you notice these very particular flowers, and right under there you have one of the caterpillars just eating away, and feeding on the only host plant for these caterpillars. So habitat versus aesthetics, and then you realize that having the caterpillar there is part of the aesthetic value of this plant, right? And then seeing the butterflies flying around, fluttering, doing their thing, is a huge part of the aesthetic value. You don't see butterflies fluttering. Is that even a word? You don't see butterflies around a giant field, because there's nothing for them to eat there. But yet on the sidewalk planting here, they're around, and that increases your property value, increases your happiness value. I always consider happiness, what brings you joy, and putting a dollar value on joys can be difficult sometimes. But but it's important to exchange that dollar value for joy value, right? Look at that. Pretty nice. They're just doing their thing. And yeah, these plants are a little, you know, messy. The spent flowers become fascicles, not fascicles, follicles, right? And then they look a little weird, just hanging in there. But anyway, it's very valuable, and the bees love it. There's carpenter bees. There's all types of insects. Look, even the aphids have some space here to do their thing. So we want to place our values in the right place, not only in the money, right? Money comes and goes, but what good is it if you're rich and unhappy? What good is it if you're covering money and then you're afraid to go out because, you know, somebody might break into your house while you're out, you know? It's not very good. But here in the garden, you know, you are able to get something that's very valuable, and is this ecosystem, however damaged it is still moving, and it's still valuable. So let's put our value, let's put our money where our value is, right? And let's give habitat a little space. You know, you see that little bee flying around, and yeah, it might look like a mosquito, and it might, you know, fly by your ear and make you uncomfortable, but it's playing a big role. Just that one insect, right? And yeah, this might look a little messy and overgrown, but it's serving as habitat and value, right? We do want to value this. And this, when the milkweed really takes over a spot, it's actually very good looking. And yeah, I would recommend that you know, in late fall, early winter, you just cut these plants down to the ground and let them resprout. You know, you wanna wait until the caterpillars are done and gone. But if you don't cut them down, then the butterflies stick around and lay more eggs, and then we get a freeze, and the plants and the butterflies perish under the cold weather. So yeah, give your garden a little room for some milkweeds, and you might be rewarded with these beautiful beings. And you know, we really don't know how long we have with them. It's a species that is threatened by human expansion, and we want to continue to expand, sure, but we want to do it appropriately, respecting other life forms, and doing it with care. So we're teaching the children the right thing to do, and we all make mistakes, but we should learn from those mistakes and stop wiping out species by removing their habitat, you know? Just like we humans depend on plants to live, without plants we wouldn't be here, you know? So we want to give the butterflies their space so they can be here with us. All right? Thanks for watching and plant more trees.